Ooh, yes. See, now you know I had to say that one of the best for last. So, if you into a little messy and betraying, backstabbing best friends, fasten your seatbelts, honey. Get you a drink and put this vape on the side. Pretty sure it's on the charger, cause boy, I got one for you today. Now, this is the story of oh gosh, I had to. Sorry, I had to look at my notes because I did change everybody's name in this. Cause yeah, okay. And what happened? Okay, this is the story of Nicole and Kai. Okay, now I will tell you this: Kai is a play off of her nickname of who she really is. So anyway, and Nicole, I mean, I don't. Yeah, alright. That's really her daughter's name. So these two people really do exist, but anyway, you know, legalities. So these two people, two homegirls, they was actually best friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, or so people thought. So what I remember originally happened is, girls are catty in school, grammar school, so on and so forth. High school, things of that nature. And, oh, sorry about that, y'all. Got an instant cramp in my neck. That's horrible. But anyway, so, naturally being catty or whatever, they did have a little girl fight in, like, 5th grade. But it wasn't like a big thing, just a bunch of, it was a couple of bruises and a couple of, hair pulling and everything else. But, that was about it. You know what I mean? Case closed. I guess and then it was over something like petty, like I say, she say. Y'all already know how this goes, right? So, but like most women, they became friends afterwards. Even went to high school prom together and all this other stuff. So, nobody really remembers the fight except for very few people who are actually still alive in there, like myself. So, years go by and they're out of high school, and all of a sudden, and I told y'all I was going to tell you this story, there was a thing came out called by Nextel called the Chirp. You had a Motorola phone, you remember that. It was just every 5 minutes, just somebody would they just loved it. They was the hey, what's up, man? Not much, you know what I'm saying? Round the corner, and it was just like basically all it was they took a cell phone and gave it a walkie-talkie on it, and that was it. And it was just so to me this was asinine. I'm sorry to me, but I never understood it, but at all even wanted it because I saw two major problems around with the Chirp. Number one, if I got a cell phone, what I need with a walkie-talkie, like that's stupid. Like it's a communication device. Like I don't need two and one of them that's outdated. So I don't understand the synergy in that. It just didn't make any sense. Except like if you work, if that's your job phone and you're at the job but you leave the phone for the next shift, something like that, I can understand. But for average regular people to have it, it just was stupid. And number two, you could not control who or when somebody can chirp you. And it became very, 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 very toxic for most people that was in relationships because the people that you know what I'm saying, doing a little something on the side, oh, they be right there with bouquets. I mean, in the bed. Baby, I want to get this. Who is that? And man, the divorce rate went up. And Number two, there was people who, decided it was in their best interest to chirp over, Moses sugar booger activities and major sugar booger deals and that brown stuff, the horseback stuff. And around the wrong company, ended up getting them platinum bracelets and going away for a long, 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 long time. But in the midst of all of this, Nicole decides she liked this guy who works at the job, who's in a very good relationship. Now, Kai works at the same job too, and they talk, they take their lunch together, so she know the guy as well. But at first Kai wasn't really too studying Drew. She was just like, oh, okay, well, that's who you like, whatever. I think he's a little lame to me, but hey, girl, whatever, do you. So they go ahead, and she tried to talk to dude, but dude got a girlfriend. But she noticed that he got a chirp. So she actually went as far as to pay. And this is why I say, fellas, look, sometimes these women, sometimes the crazy ones, it ain't a little crazy. Oh, it can go big crazy. She paid another one of his friends for the chirp number, because he used to have his own little digit code number or whatever. Got the chirp number, didn't tell the dude. Next thing you know, everybody go to lunch and they start talking and everything else. She just started buying her time. I mean, she had it all planned out and everything. Now, the guy, again, knows Kai. But Nicole is who he talked to every day. But he don't really, because, you talk to so many people and you work at this office, he don't really know Kai's voice off the ringer. Don't you know this girl told Kai to chirp this man and say some real provocative things that I can't say on YouTube over a chirp at this man's anniversary? Like he would already told them where he was going with his bae and how he was saving up for it, everything else. Woo! Horrible. So needless to say, the more he defends, the more guilty he looks, and I'm breaking up. So now, Nicole is like, yes, my plan worked. So she swoops right on there, start cooking the meals, everything else, telling them to come by, all this other stuff. So, and some moments of weakness, and, some psycho games, she gets dude to sleep with her. Okay? Boom. Now, Kai, at this time, she ain't really got nobody. And she thinking her homegirl crazy, but that she rock with her. Their relationship starts to really just bug her. To a point that she starts telling me about it. And I'm like, well, Kai, that's your homie, that's your dog. Now, I didn't know at this time that she had went as far as what she did for Nicole to get the dude. But, she just was like, they think they so sweet and everything. I mean, if he ever find out certain things about her, and she kept saying that. And I'm like, what is she talking about? But anyway, lo and behold, at a barbecue that I just so happened to attend, they almost trade blows again. And Kai Kai kind of leaks out. Like, I knew you was fake ever since back in the day, 5th grade, woo, 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 and everything else. You selfish, and you this and that. And then, like, Nicole was like, you bet not tell it. You bet not tell it. And like, the dude just standing there, he trying to hold her back. And he, Nicole is, you bet not tell it, girl. You bet not tell it. And, like, she's doing like this, but she's really pointing at him like, you bet not tell him or we really gonna fight. I know you done had a lot to drink and all this other stuff, but listen, you better not tell the secret. Well, that friendship goes left. So they took like a little cool out. Next thing you know, dude's coming around, everything else, and like Nicole, he just feels like, he just needs some space to figure out this and that, and she's been, ever since the barbecue, she's been acting weird. So he decides, like, I'm going to do her a solid, and I'm going to tell her, what happened. I'm going to try to, like, do something for my girl, and I'm going to, get these two friends back together again. Well, he went over there with a plan. Came out with it. Like, when he left with a baby, because she manipulated and everything. Kai told him the absolute truth and was like, I'm glad to get this off my conscience for all this time. And, by then, of course, the church was gone. Dude, old girlfriend had done got married to somebody else and everything else. And it just was horrible. And for her loyalty and service, he ended up sleeping with her. And then in that same one-time occurrence, got her pregnant. Of course, he broke up with Nicole. That goes out, everything else. So now, the dude is over here with Kai, who he wasn't even mad at for doing the prank that she did, because, it just, she did it out of loyalty to her friend. I mean, he was mad about it, but he wasn't as pissed as he was Nicole. Next thing you know, because Kai got him now, Nicole is, and she doesn't even know that Nicole is pregnant because they kind of keeping it on the hush. Man, next thing you know, dude's over there and everything else, and she comes over, and then, he don't really like Kai because Kai is kind of shy. But, okay, Shy is her, in case you didn't figure it out, Shy is her actually nickname, which now you know exactly who it is. The real names of it is Nicole, which really is Nivea and Shy. Shy is, she's like not Shy from like Chirac or Chicago. She's Shy as a person, and we just call her Shy. We can call her that for, forever. But anyway, on to the story. So, he's just like, man, she got boring, man, or whatever. And the one thing about Nicole is, Nicole is full of life, and, she's the life of the party and everything. So he ends up sleeping with Nicole from time to time. You know what I mean? Every time he goes over there to get something to take back to Shy House, oh yeah, he's knocking Nicole down and everything. Ends up getting her pregnant. So now he has 2 sons, like literally less than 4 months apart. Same age and everything. Like, it's so crazy. And for years, almost decades, they was going back and forth and around and around. He was just like a pinball, just doop, 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 and he would just. And I haven't talked to him in a while, but as far as I know, they still got that toxic stuff going on. So, moral of the story is, keep your eyes on your enemies, but watch your friends. Sometimes you got to watch your friends more than you watch your enemies. Because sometimes your friends might be your enemies and your enemies might be your friends. Don't show no love. Don't pretend. Peace.